following program is intended for mature audiences.
In this episode of the Truth Be Told podcast,
what happened?
Kodak Black, this is 90s hip hop.
Say what?
Who was the better rapper, Twista or Busta Rhymes?
Good question.
Joyner Lucas stunts on everybody with a new remix.
And it's very impressive.
Plus, we got album reviews from Young Jeezy, or shall we say Jeezy, N.E.R.D, or shall we say N.E.R.D, and Eminem, or shall we say Marshall Mathers.
And now some artistic ignorance from Barry Ross and Infidel Castro.
You're now listening to the Truth Be Told podcast from Trillmatic.com. Trillmatic.com.
What it do, Trill? You?
We are back.
Yeah.
In the house.
Truth Be Told podcast.
In the building.
We are back with episode 1996.
Ooh, 96. Yeah.
96 on the boys. It's your boy Big UU, aka Barry Ross, and I got my partner over here.
Riffa, Infidel Castro.
That's right, aka the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that's listening. If you tune in, it's your first time, please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and Google Play and all of the different apps. All of the links that you can subscribe to the podcast is definitely down below. But we're hoping that you do subscribe on iTunes and you leave a 5-star review.
5-star review. Hit the notifications to get notified.
Right.
I mean, share the word, share it, tell your friends about it.
Right.
And leave a comment.
Yes. This episode 2, we are going to be doing our first roll of video. So it's definitely going to be on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can get to that in the show notes.
You'll finally get to see us.
You'll finally get to see us, even though you probably already seen us on the cover.
Well, on the cover, but that's animated.
Like, y'all think Sharif's light skinned on the cover, but
I am light skinned.
he's definitely one of the vatos.
Yeah, orale. Yeah, I'm a vato.
My vato,
Chicano.
My vato, I have you shot though.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot to talk about.
Shanked.
We got a lot to talk about this episode. A lot of stuff going on in the hip hop community.
Yeah.
But first off, man, we gonna go back to 1996.
I can feel us going back in time.
I feel it's going back too. And the screen gets all wavy and shit.
Yeah. It's all dreamy looking, like blurs on the edges.
Right. You just see me with like a little afro. I play basketball.
Me with a plaid button shirt.
I'm skinny.
Button all the way to the top. Dickie shorts.
That's right, man. 1996 was, to me, this is my personal golden year in hip hop.
Yeah, it really.
I don't know about for you.
I think it may take the cake. I think it might. I mean, 1996 was a great year.
There was a lot of classes that came out in 1996. You can't even, I mean, like, this is like some of everybody's best work. I've been waiting. This is the
year you've been waiting.
This is the year I've been waiting on. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can agree when it comes to when I see these albums. My goodness.
So probably my favorite album from 1996 would be Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. There was other albums that came out later that were good Jay-Z albums.
Yeah.
You had Blueprint.
For sure.
You had American Gangster. You had the Black Album. Those are all good albums, but nothing really quite compares to the Reasonable Doubt album. Yeah. This is Jay-Z's best. To this day, or years after I listened to it, I would hear shit in the album that I didn't catch before. It was always like I was listening to like something new and I was like, holy fuck.
You always deliver something new. It's an album that I guess it doesn't die and it always gives you something like.
Right. That's how you know it's a good album. When people are still years later still deciphering it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's like an album that keeps giving.
Right. That keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Like crabs.
No doubt.
Right. And on that album, he had the song Brooklyn's Finest with Biggie, where they were going back and forth just trading bars. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, dog. Like, it doesn't get any more dope than that, man. It doesn't get any more East Coast than that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No more East Coast than that.
Right. I already know what your favorite album was.
Yeah, it's
kind of a double album.
It's 2 albums.
Right.
So it's 3 albums. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Tupac. Mr. Tupac Shakur, yeah. And Machiavelli, because there was the alias on the Machiavelli one. Right. And Machiavelli, the 7-Day Theory, Don Illuminati, that shit.
Got everybody believing that the Illuminati is real. Because he said that shit.
It made everyone believe he was coming back 7 years. You know
right. You thought he was coming back for 7 years.
Everybody did.
Oh, no, you was like the day he comes back.
I had hopes. But you know what? As it got near, it's like, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
I knew. I wanted it to happen.
Right.
I mean, what Pac fan wouldn't want that? What hip hop fan wouldn't want that?
What if that would have happened though?
Yeah.
Holy shit. He probably would have been the greatest rapper of all time.
He probably would have. To be able to pull that off.
Right. Holy fuck.
That would have been like.
That'd have been amazing. Yeah, the greatest like hip hop.
The greatest magician of all time.
Right. He would literally be like, you know what I'm saying?
He'd be like the real Machiavelli, I mean, that was the whole point of it, He's the guy that faked his own death and then came back,
Right.
It's like, so that album and All Eyes on Me. I mean, All Eyes on Me had, some great songs.
Classics.
Yeah, some great songs.
Picture me rolling. My ambitions as a rider.
How do you want it?
Oh, yeah. That I Ain't Mad at You, which is to me one of his realest songs.
That was
to this day when it comes on the radio every so often.
That and Dear Mama.
Dear Mama is a real ass song too.
Yeah, those are like some of the top realest Pac songs.
Right.
And then everything in between. I mean, they called him the realest for the reason. You know what I'm saying? They called Biggie the illest, and Pac was the realest.
Right.
And Pac, we got 2 of America.
Yeah, you was the one that came. You brought that to me. Side note, you brought that to me. The Biggie is the illest. When I used to be like, who's better, Biggie or Pac? And he used to be like, Biggie was the illest, Pac was the realest.
Yeah. And
then years later, I just added on the Pimp C was the trillest.
And that's some trill shit.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Fuck what anybody else say.
Hands down. You'll catch these hands.
Right,
you say otherwise. No.
Right. But those are our favorite albums. But a lot of people dropped the albums. It was Nas came out with It Was Written, his second album, which I know he probably got like, Illmatic was like his classic album, and it was like, well, how do you really, that's like his Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do you really top that? And I think he had like a lot of issues later on with trying to be as good as Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was still a good album, man. There was still a lot of good shit on there. Yeah. They had If I Rule the World on there.
With Lauryn Hill.
With Lauryn Hill. Yeah. And speaking of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, I was going to say, that same year, we got The Score.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Fuji la la. The Fugees came out. Right. The Score. And that shit was a hit as well. Everybody loved that shit. Right.
To this day, that was one of the best, hip hop group albums of all time. Come on, man.
It was a great album.
Great fire album.
Fuck yeah.
If you haven't heard it, y'all need to go check that out.
Well, speaking of Pimp C was the Trillers, we also had UGK riding
Oh
Dirty.
My God, bro. Let me tell you something. I was listening to this album last week.
Yeah.
Just some songs off of there, and
Murderer.
Oh God. Murder.
Yeah.
Murder. Talking about murder, nigga. Yeah. No, he comes in.
Murder
I'm still Pimp C, bitch. So what the fuck is up? Putting powder on the street cause I got big fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? That shit was so dope, bro. The fucking, the song, One Day You Here, the next day you gone.
One of the realest songs.
That's one of the realest songs ever, dog.
One Day. That shit.
Listen, that album was real as fuck.
Yeah, they played at my homeboy's funeral, you know what I'm saying? Big Drew, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the realest songs. Right. One of the realest ass songs.
Right.
You hear that song and that shit, it's basically telling you, don't take shit for granted.
Right.
One day you hear, the next day
one day you hear, fool, one day you hear.
And then the next day you're gone.
And then you're gone.
Oh, it's for within.
Well. Hey, that shit came in so clean.
Yeah.
Hello, baby.
He killed that shit. Yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah. That shit, wait a minute. Let's go back. We can't go back. Mama put me out. At only 14, I started selling crack, cocaine, and codeine. Hey, they don't know about that shit, man.
That's a Texas thing.
It's a Texas thing, man. If you listen to the album, you'll realize how much Texas and the South was influenced by that album as a whole. So shout out to UGK. That's one of my.
She don't want to fuck me. She want to fuck my car.
High life. Yeah.
Fuck man. But diamonds up against that wood.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to. You know what I'm saying? That's a good album, man.
Great album.
To this day, like, still gets a lot of play.
Fuck yeah. Had Outkast.
That's another one, man. AT Aliens came out. Yeah. Let me tell you, 1996 was popping, bro. I don't care what nobody say. 1996 was popping. Me and you, yo mama and your cousin too. They got 2 dope boys in the Cadillac. Jazzy Bell. Yeah, man.
That's around the time that I saw them in concert.
You see them in concert? Yeah. When they came out with that album?
Yes, when they came out with that album. Me and my brother, you know what I'm saying, we got to see them in concert. We were young, so my mom took us, you know what I'm saying.
Yo, your mom's an Outkast fan?
She's really cool.
She knew you was about that Outkast life?
She knew about, it was a lot of people at that concert.
Your mama a real one, cuz.
Yeah. She is a real one.
Yeah, she a G.
Shout out to my mama. I love you, mama.
Right. Tribe Called Quest came out with an album too, The Beats, Rhymes, and Life. That was another classic album from them. Keith Murray came out with an album. What? Yeah, man. Keith Murray was Keith Murray was an interesting rapper, man.
Yeah, he was.
I would like to hear Keith Murray today, see what he sounds like.
He was in that group with Eric Sermon, right?
Def Squad.
Def Squad.
Yeah, Redman. Yeah. I know this shit, bro.
Yeah, that was the squad too. That was a good combo, you know what I'm saying? Put them all together.
We also got to see the animatedness of Busta Rhymes.
I got you all in check.
Right. That was like one of my. I just remember being blown away by Busta Rhymes even at that young of age.
That was a great album, and very visual with his videos and shit. You know, yeah. Like
that beat was crazy, dog.
Yeah, that shit was. Speaking of Redman, we had Redman came out with Muddy Waters too.
That was the Muddy Waters. He came out with a part 2 to that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Muddy Waters came out. We had Lost Boys. MOP,
Mobb Deep,
Exhibit came out in 1996. Exhibit with the braids.
We had more Too Short.
I think we had Too Short every year for the rest of our lives.
It was album number 10 on that note.
1996.
It was album number 10.
Right?
Yeah, we still got Too Short to this day. Yeah, right. And we had two females that were coming out on the scene. Yeah. Foxy Brown with the
Foxy Brown. That's right.
And Lil' Kim with Hardcore.
We also had Bahamadia, who I never really got into, but I've heard like a couple songs here and there, but she came out too. But you're right. Foxy Brown, and Lil' Kim was running the female rap game at the time.
It came out.
More of, I guess, was it Lil' Kim? Was she killing more?
Lil' Kim had Biggie and Foxy Brown had Jay-Z. If you kind of look at it that way.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, at that point, Lil' Kim probably had Biggie. So, Biggie was up there,
Fox got you mad because you kept your face in the puss. Yeah. What you think you getting girls now because of your looks?
We also got Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Right.
It's like Master P's hit song that besides I'm about it, but this really kind of set it off also, like put him on the scene more where a lot of people were jamming it a lot more than from his first album. Not too many. Maybe if you were from Louisiana, maybe you were listening to it a lot more the first album. But like this album and the TRU album with the About It, those were like the albums that people really start getting put on to. No Limit and TRU, Master P and all that.
Right.
And the Squad.
right. That was a Mr. Ice Cream Man. That was definitely a
Mr. Ice
that was actually Man. The time when I really started getting into No Limit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When, pretty much me too. And that's when I went. This year is actually the year I bought my personal first. Personally, like I was able, as a kid, I was sneaking and listening to my brother's bad music. And he was letting me and stuff like that, but my parents didn't want me hearing bad words yet, really.
Right.
They weren't going to buy it, but this one was my first album I was able to. And I went back and I bought TRU. The one I'm About It.
Right.
That was the first parental advisory shit I ever bought.
Shit was
cassette tape.
Gangster.
So I went for that. But then, of course, I had homies who had the Master P Ice Cream Man, so I dubbed it on cassette.
Right. Another album that is probably a very underrated album that didn't really get a lot of play at the time and ended up getting more plays because it's more of an independent release. Eminem had dropped his album Infinite. Yeah. Which is a pretty dope album if you listen to it, man. I don't know if you've
I went back and heard it later.
Yeah, I heard it way later too. Yeah. Like way later.
Didn't know Eminem at that point.
I didn't know him. This is more of an independent release, man. Yeah, exactly. It's his real debut that, and at that time period, he was kind of rapping like, I guess how everybody's rapping at the time period, because everybody's kind of rapping the same. Yeah. It's kind of like now, everybody's rapping the same now, but it's a different style. But back then, everybody was rapping like this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We also had people come on the scene like Crucial Conflict.
Yeah, Crucial Conflict did.
Smoking, hey, in the middle of the bar. And then we had E40 came out with the Holla Game.
Right.
We had West Side Connection.
Snoop Doggy Dogg dropped the Dogfather. Do or Die.
Yeah.
Do or Die came out.
Do or Die. Mac Mall came out. Let's Get Italian, don't tell nobody. That's when he came out with the album.
Yeah, man. It was all in all a good year, man. Yeah. De La Soul came out. I don't remember. I wasn't like real big on De La Soul coming up. I know a lot of people like respect De La Soul. I just wasn't really. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really too deep into De La Soul. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't either too much.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Richie Rich came out too, and that's when he came out with Do G's Get to Go to Heaven, that song for Tupac. Yeah,
right. The Roots came out with Illadelph Half-Life, which, Black Thought is still, to me, one of the illest rappers of all time. He doesn't get enough credit. Maybe it's because he has never dropped a solo album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what we definitely need.
Ghostface Killer too.
Ghostface did. He came out with the Iron Man. Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure did. That shit was, great year.
Razzcast, remember Razzcast?
Razzcast, yeah, that was a dope one too.
Razzcast was kind of popping back then, man.
Fuck yeah, I'm a jamming Razzcast.
All in all, man, it's got to be the UGK, the Jay-Z, the Nas, the Tupacs, the Outkast. Yeah. Those are my favorite albums
those are the best ones.
Really, really stood the test of time and that I remember. I remember each one of these songs front to back.
These were the albums that pretty much made probably some of the biggest impacts in the 90s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Years after.
Years after, yeah.
Years after that. I would say that
until now.
That somebody tried to test my Jay-Z knowledge at one point and was like, "You're not a Jay-Z fan. What was the third song on Reasonable Doubt?" And I was like, "Brooklyn's Finest."
You're like, "Let me recite it for you." Should I recite it bar for bar?
What was number 2? And I'm like, "Politics as Usual. Don't play with me."
Did he get 2 and it's like, "What's the 15th word in the track?"
And I'm like doing it in my head,
doing the math and shit.
I'm like, "Poppy." I know, right?
It's
The Rock.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but shout out to 1996, man. That was a fucking fantastic year in hip hop.
Great year in hip hop. Probably one of the best years in hip hop.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what's coming because we're gonna do 97, 98. We're gonna get into a little bit more of DMX and all that shit's gonna be coming. We're gonna get Eminem. Rough Riders. That's gonna be wild. So can't wait to get into the rest of these years, man.
Oh man, we're gonna get a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's gonna get more violent too.
It does get violent. It gets more raw and uncut.
This era was 1996 was. There was violence happening, but it was still more let's talk about these real stories that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real life shit. You know what I'm saying? That was going on.
And later, the next few years,
things get a little violent.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh shit! I pretty much if I start doing that, you're gonna think it's DMX immediately because that's pretty much I was about to imitate. The shit that we get.
Yeah, can't wait to get to that, man. This week in Boom Trap. Your boy.
Who's my boy?
He looks like the The chick from Orange is the New Black with his hair, crazy eyes. Your boy Kodak Black.
You can be happy about that.
Your boy Kodak Black out here wilding.
He is.
He's wilding.
Slanderish.
Yeah.
Words.
Memes. So if y'all don't know, Kodak Black, he basically trolled the whole 90s hip hop fans. He put up he kind of mocked some Jay-Z lyrics. Jay-Z of all people. It's kind of funny when you think about it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It can't make you laugh if you just take it as a joke.
This shit shot Jay-Z in the foot. Like 20 years later. Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, really?
So Kodak Black puts or maybe somebody made the meme and sent it to Kodak Black. I don't know.
Maybe he found the meme and he just thought, I'm going to make this work.
Right. They basically put up two choruses together. And it's Jay-Z's chorus for Money Cash Hoes. And then Kodak Black's chorus for the Can I Ball, Can I Live, Can I Chill track or whatever. Yeah. Which I've heard both tracks, which I do like. I kind of like this Kodak Black song.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Money, Cash, Hoes, Money, Cash, Hoes. What? Money, Cash, Hoes, Money, Cash, Hoes. I get it. I was like, you know what? He kind of makes a good point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but to say 90s rap versus like now,
right?
To sum that all as 90s rap, 3 words. Come on, man. That's probably one of Jay-Z's more plain Jane choruses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, simplified choruses where just 3 words repeating over and over.
Jay-Z's had a couple. I'm a huge Jay-Z. He's my favorite rapper of all time.
Choruses. A lot of artists have.
He has a couple. Jigga, what's my motherfucking name?
My nigga.
And who I'm rolling with, huh? My nigga.
Yeah.
Bitches better get it right, nigga. I mean, it was dope, but you know what I'm saying? He had a couple dry hooks. Yeah. But even in this song, Money Cash Hoes, if y'all have never heard the song, okay, he says on there, I know they're gonna criticize the hook on the song, like I give a fuck. I'm just a crook on the song. Yeah. Best I broke on, took on the world. Shit, I live a life you can write a book on. Even then, he knew his hook was trash.
Yeah.
He still gave you bars. You know what I'm saying? And DMX was on the song too.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, fuck. That was on the soundtrack too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was on the soundtrack. I can't remember what soundtrack though.
I think it was like Rush Hour or something, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, something like that. But I mean, you know.
I think it was Rush Hour, yeah.
I think it was Rush Hour or something, right?
I think you're right.
Those soundtracks is popping.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that shit, you can't compare that shit.
Right.
That's like, come on. We seen that one comment. I forgot what comment it
He's basically saying he's comparing Kobe Bryant's worst game to Lonzo Ball's best game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's right. Whoever wrote that comment, that's a very true statement.
That's a great analogy of it.
Kodak Black is cool. Like, I like some of Kodak Black shit, but this is why the fucking new age and the old heads can't fucking get along. Because of shit like
people make comments like this.
Right.
Blasphemous comments.
We're never gonna get on the same fucking page.
Not if we can't get along. Not if we can't work together. We need to work together.
Right. But you know.
Man.
It's disrespectful though.
It is. It's like, to me, that doesn't help his case of trying to gain old head fans or just older fans.
I don't think he gives a fuck.
I don't think he does either. But
the only way you have to not give a fuck to do some shit like this.
I don't think Jay-Z gives a fuck either. So
Jay-Z does.
Like, Jay-Z's probably like, you know how old that shit is? I don't care. I made millions off of that.
Right. And then he did end up doing a book, and it ended up becoming a bestseller, like he said in the song, man. And I tell you, it'll be the bestseller. He did come out a book with all them stories. He really did the shit with Decoded. Y'all should go check out the book.
Usually like
it's Decoded.
Foreseen it.
Yeah, he foreseen this whole shit. So
I have a plan. I'm following through.
You know, Kodak Black is you know, will Kodak Black be around to be able to do some shit like Jay-Z
without Jay-Z's mentality
15, 20 years from now? I mean, do we know? I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So Kodak Black, you hot for right now, but
will you be a Jay-Z? You know?
No.
Will you stand the test of time? Only time will tell.
But you never know who's gonna stand.
Who's gonna slip through the cracks?
Right. Because I mean, like, there's certain people that I'm like, oh yeah, he's not gonna fucking last.
Let me make it.
I didn't think Gucci Mane was gonna fucking last. Look at this motherfucker now, dog. He's influenced the whole fucking culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was gonna fucking last. The motherfucker's still here, still getting it. You know what I'm saying? I hear doing songs with Bruno Mars and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing songs with everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. So I can't sit here and say that Kodak Black won't be around in 20 years.
That's what I said. Only time will tell.
Right.
So, but, you never know. You gotta, karma's a bitch. Right. And being disrespectful to the past might bite you in the ass.
Right. I think that, like, and maybe it's our fault because like people our generation were like, fuck these new guys. Right, so they kind of got like this chip on the shoulder. They're kind of defensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of them are.
But when we say go back and do your Googles and do your research, this is not what we mean to do.
Your history lessons.
Yeah. Like you got to go back and like really understand. You know what I'm saying? Like what about can we take his verse and put it up against your verse?
First verse, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm about to say that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we do that? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I fucked you, Kodak, but like, come on.
The difference.
Right.
Yeah.
He said real shit be going on. None of that hopscotch shit. He basically said Jay-Z's money cash shows is some hopscotch shit.
Elementary.
Yeah.
He's saying that was elementary shit. Maybe the chorus was very simplified.
Money cash shows.
The chorus was simplified.
I remember being back in middle school when this song came out, and I remember somebody coming to me and saying, listen, I know you like Jay-Z, but what's cash and what's money? And I remember going, no, cash is like paper and money is like with coins and paper. You know what I'm saying? That's how dumb the fucking hook was when you really think about it. So this is coming from, I'm a Jay-Z fan, so it's kind of a dumb hook. The song was still fire though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Song fire, yeah. I mean, we have music today where they have horrible hooks.
Right.
But the song, they make it work with the verses, you know? And people eat that shit up today. They love it.
Right.
They don't challenge the hook at all, you know, but then they'll go back to the past and they'll say something about ours.
Listen, did we challenge you when you said, what did he say? On the Drowning song?
Oh shit, what
did he say? It said something about farting. It said something about shitting, he farted. What he said. Yeah, some shit like that. And I was just like, bro, I be out here shouting you out, man. You out here, got me out here looking bad, man, with some of these bars. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, man, you know, let's not hate on the
legends for one thing.
Yeah, let's not hate on the legends and let's like
come on. Let's not even hate on just in general the past.
All right.
You gotta show respect. Just move forward and stop and don't come out with this comparing shit. Yeah. That comparing shit, for one thing, is gonna divide.
Right. It's let's just be real. The shit that came out back in the 90s, all that shit wasn't perfect.
Nah.
I know, like our generation, we do say that's the golden era, but
it was our time. That's why
we had some rough edges and shit.
Yeah. We had some great shit, but then we also, of course, we had our shit on the side that was not as great.
Right. There was definitely a lot of like, what the fuck is this shit?
We had some good shit, and then we had some shit, exactly, some shit that were like, next.
Right, yeah, of course.
Every generation has that. Cause no generation's music is perfect.
No.
But we do have
but the 90s is probably the closest to perfect.
To perfection.
Right.
I agree.
Right. Cause even the 2000s, and 2000s was like my I was in my mode. You know what I'm saying? 2000s. And it was definitely not perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't better than the 90s to me. So
nah, it wasn't. The 90s still stands out.
Shout out to Hovey. It's the Rock.
Ho!
Who was the better rapper? Was it Twista?
Or was it Busta Rhymes? Oh shit.
Now I want to
convo begin.
Now I want to hear you because you know, I know a lot of people are like, well, you going off of like who's the fastest rapper?
That comes into play,
right?
I mean, they both can bring the heat. Busta Rhymes has shown it. Twista's done it more, probably more consistently on a more regular basis. Busta Rhymes has done it,
right, and
he's done it on full tracks. I mean, I think they've had tracks together where they, you know, go in.
I would say, based off of just pure speed, I mean, Twista did hold the Guinness Book of Records for most syllables. There was this one skit on one of his albums where it was like, what would Twista be doing if he wasn't rapping? Did you ever hear that skit? And he's doing like he's the Derby racehorse guy, and then he's doing the auctioneer. Yeah, he's doing these different jobs and shit.
I've heard that.
Because he's pretty fast with it.
Fast with the tongue twisting.
Right. But was he actually was he a doper lyricist than Busta Rhymes, because Busta Rhymes would go fast too.
Yeah,
he would get up there with Twista, but who had the better rhymes? Who had the better overall career?
When I say when they're going their top notch speed, Busta Rhymes does a lot of sometimes. There's a part where he'll say things kind of little fillers. He'll have some fillers that kind of.
Oh, like his ad libs.
Yeah,
right.
And exactly. Kind of the. I mean,
his ad libs would be pretty fire though.
Oh hell yeah! It pulls it all together great. I'm not saying that it's bad, but on that note, Twista doesn't do that, and he just goes
straight. Stop. Oh, okay. So you're trying to say Busta Rhymes using that to catch his breath?
It's.
You trying to say he's cheating? Hey, hot take alert! Hot take!
Not to say that Twista don't do it either. I mean, everyone has their way to catch the breath. You know what I'm saying? When they're tongue twisting, everyone has to catch the right syllables at the right time.
Right.
I mean, that shit ain't hard. That shit ain't easy to do. I mean, I've done it, but I ain't never been on that level.
Right.
Shit, hell no. I mean, I've gotten fast, but not that fast.
Right. I definitely can't get on that level. You gotta have like 3 tongues to do some of that shit.
I mean, it's hard to fucking say their lyrics with them.
Right.
Like when you're trying to keep up. Like it's fucking hard.
Do you remember the,
understand it? Sometimes it's hard to understand it. You gotta really hear it.
Right.
Listen.
Right. No, you gotta pay attention.
Pay attention to that shit.
Do you remember David Banner's Like a Pimp? And then he had the remix that had Twista and
Like a Pimp with
Busta Rhymes?
Right?
Yeah, that's the original song. And then he had a remix.
Yeah, with Busta Rhymes.
Right, and Twista. Right.
Yeah.
We mixed the Hypnotic and Hennessy and we call it Incredible Hulk. Yeah. I don't know who went harder on that. That's a good track to.
That is a good track.
To test the mic.
Fuck. Yeah. Busta Rhymes might have ate that up a little better.
I think he kind of did.
I think Busta Rhymes win it.
Twista did say Incredible Hulk though, because I had never heard of Incredible Hulk before that.
Yeah, I never heard anyone refer to it as that.
I still right.
I did my own thing. I call it mutagen. The secret of the ooze, like Ninja Turtle shit.
You want some next level shit?
That was my shit.
You want some next level shit? Twista ain't even on that level, man.
He was just Incredible Hulking.
Right? Yeah. No, I remember the Incredible Hulk life.
Hulk whooped the turtle's asses.
Right. Right. Nah, but I mean,
imagine him on the ooze.
So I would say that Twista has some classic songs out there. Adrenaline Rush,
man.
Pure Flames.
I mean, that shit.
Overdose, man. Yeah, y'all never heard this shit. Y'all need to go check this shit out, man. Like, if there's some young motherfuckers watching this shit right now. Oh, yeah.
Especially with Emotions?
Yeah.
Let me play
with
your emotions. That shit went hard.
Right. And,
yeah.
I mean, Busta has some, you remember, there was his album, I think it was Extinction Level Event, which is my favorite Busta Rhymes album. ELE. And it's the one that had, Give Me Some Mo. Right. That one. That shit.
Man, that shit was
and he had a song on there with Mystical.
Yes.
You remember that song?
Yeah. And Mystical had a song with Busta Rhymes on his.
On his.
Yeah.
But see, that was more of like a little kind of like a laid back kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
The one on Busta Rhymes
was going.
I feel like there were like two tarantulas like in a fight. I was like, what the fuck?
No pun intended, because that was Mystical's
his album. Right. This really felt like a. That beat was fucking wild.
Fuck yeah.
That song was wild.
That song was wild. I mean, just when you just seeing them on a track together, it was hopeful of, are they about to go in? Are they about to do what they do? That's
what I want to hear. Some of these motherfuckers don't do this kind of shit from 2017.
Yeah.
Fuck. What's up with this shit?
No one's really going in like that.
Can we get a fucking like?
Maybe. Well, we need who are some of the fast rappers right now that Kendrick can go in pretty good.
He's all right with the.
So have him and Joyner Lucas go back and forth.
I think Joyner Lucas will kill him on that. Well, that's a different topic though. It's a different topic.
Hot take alert.
I think Joyner Lucas versus.
Nah.
I mean, we already heard him with Tech 9 on Sriracha.
Yeah.
Logic and shit.
I mean. But yeah, it had to me.
Joyner Lucas versus
with someone.
Joyner Lucas versus Twista. Let's get it popping. You heard it here first. Joyner Lucas versus Twista. Who can go the hardest as fast spitters? Right.
Yeah. While spitting fast.
Triple time, quadruple time, or whatever you want to call it.
On a track together.
Right. Yeah, but let's get back to this. So I mean, who do you give the better rapper award to? Busta did have his Extinction Level event, and then he kind of had his songs here and there when he was working with Dr. Dre and doing all that.
Yeah.
But then
it was more features though after that.
It was more features that we seen Busta Rhymes do.
Features.
That's where
he was
started
really
shining
going in and shining more. Yeah, he was shining on features.
Right.
He was like the feature guy.
But Twista kind of like built up, and then he had the big year when working with Kanye West. He signed to Rockefeller. Yeah. He had it's probably his biggest year. Kamikaze, that year when that album came out.
That shit went hard.
And then that year was so big that the next like 2 or 3 albums, he was still kind of eating off of the Kamikaze era because of how big that moment was. Because he still dropped like 2 or 3 albums, and people were still checking for him and shit. He just kind of fell back. You know what I'm saying?
We reviewed one of his albums. The last album we did.
We did review his album.
It wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't.
He didn't really rap fast on there.
Yeah, he didn't go in like we wanted him to. Yeah. We were thinking like, come on,
why can't you be tongue twisted?
It's what you're known for.
Yeah,
we want you to do that.
We felt like Ritz was hitting that zone.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
He's taking over that.
Yeah, so I mean,
there you go, Ritz and Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, Ritz. Oh,
there you go.
Ritz versus Joyner Lucas.
That's there you go.
That's what we need right there. Ritz versus Joyner Lucas. Get that popping. Yes. Okay. But yeah, man. No, I think that all in all, man, it's hard to say. I would say that Twista probably had the better overall.
Like I think overall, what would you say? Like career
overall with the listen. Okay, Overdose. Okay,
I think he had more. I think he had more better albums.
Twista.
Yeah, I think Twista had more better albums. Where Busta Rhymes had some great albums too. I'm not saying that he didn't have any,
but it was more like his first kind of
like
set
as
of
it kept
albums.
going of like into his later albums. They weren't. It was like he wasn't as hungry until you heard him on features.
Right.
That's when it was like, there's Busta Rhymes.
Right.
You know, and it's like, why aren't you doing this on your album? I remember saying that for years.
Right.
You know, probably to this day in a sense, I still say we get better Busta Rhymes on features, and I want that on his albums.
Right.
I want that consistently on his albums. You know what I'm saying? But so I think I'm gonna have to lean with Twista on this.
I think I'm gonna lean with Twista too. Twista is, you heard it here on the Truth Be Told podcast. Okay.
Yeah. Twista.
Twista is the better rapper when it comes to Busta Rhymes versus
Twista.
Twista.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give that one to Twista.
Yeah.
Not just because he's more can go in harder on that fast rapping, but just the career and a little bit more consistency, and then his peak was, I think, a bigger peak than Busta Rhymes.
You think so?
I think it might have been just with that whole rock thing and everything. Like when he got up there, Busta Rhymes had that for his time. I guess you can say like for their time they both had it.
There was a time period for me when Twista entered into my top 5.
Has Busta Rhymes ever entered into your top 5? That kind of will sum it up in a sense. If he hasn't, I don't think he has popped into my top 5.
I don't remember who my top 5 was at that time period when Twista was in there, but I remember hearing Kamikaze and going, okay, he's in my top 5.
So it was around that time.
Yeah, it was Kamikaze era that I was like, he's in my top 5.
When we get to that time, maybe we'll find out.
I don't know if there was ever a time when Busta Rhymes was in my top 5. Not to say that he wasn't good or anything, but I don't remember a time when Busta Rhymes was in my top 5.
Was just probably a little bit more. Yeah, there's some people that were probably on just a little higher level. You know what I'm saying? That were just doing it bigger. At that time, possibly.
Right.
But I mean, we see what right now we're talking about 1996 is that year Busta Rhymes came out. I mean, you see who he was going against. I mean, and that was a great year still for Busta Rhymes. That's what put him on the map. So right. I mean, and then of course, like we said, the next few albums he went in, he was eating it, but yeah, it just kind of faded a little bit.
Yeah, it's got to go with Twista, man.
Yeah, Twista.
And Twista,
shout out to Twista and shout out to Busta Rhymes.
Shout out to Busta Rhymes too. He's a legend too, man. Yeah. Both of them are legends, man. We just feel like
we're not dissing you, Busta Rhymes. We're just making this interesting.
Now we dissing you, fam.
What we're saying is get back to your shit.
Your boy.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Lamar. Mr. Duckworth.
Kung Fu
Kenny. Kendrick Lamar. Recently just did a new shoe, the new Nike Cortez, with Nike. I just revealed those. And, I'm not big on the sneaker game like I used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely wouldn't, I can definitely tell you when I see some dope shoes.
Yeah.
These dope, they're pretty dope.
It's pretty dope shoes.
They're actually pretty dope, man.
I think it's gonna kind of, I don't think, Cortezes have never gone anywhere. But I think it's gonna kind of revitalize it, like kind of.
What you mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. They never gone anywhere.
Oh, you mean like they never left?
Yeah, they never left.
I thought you were saying like they never reached a certain plateau.
It does
I was
sound
like,
bad.
what the fuck you trying to say?
No. They've been popular as fuck. I know that.
Right.
Yeah, it did sound bad, I guess.
Right.
Not what you thought I was saying.
Right.
But no. What I'm saying is that they've been here. Better way to say it. They've been here, but now it's like kind of giving it a new kick. You know, like put a little extra flavor on that shit.
Right.
You know, that dude he's on YouTube, he just sprinkled that shit on his
Right. I would have thought though that Kendrick would have probably did a deal with Converse and did some Chuck Taylors. Because I mean the Cortez. Okay, so the Cortez is more of like the Hispanic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Deep in the Hispanic world, and then you got the Chuck Taylors, which is deep in the West Coast era.
Maybe he doesn't like how they fit, or like how they how they feel, how they wear it. Because I mean, walking in Chuck Taylors, like
they're uncomfortable as fuck,
for a long period of time. Yeah, like I mean,
they're not made for walking. They're made for crib walking,
for balling.
For busting shots in the West Coast, baby.
Excuse me. But yeah.
That's what they made for. They're not made for.
They're made for head busting.
Yeah. Shit.
They're made for head stomping.
Busting on the set. Nah, that's what you know. But I think it's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's great that
a lot of people coming out with sneakers right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
what's the price gonna be? Is it gonna be?
I didn't check out the price.
It's gonna be like Yeezy status.
No. Because I don't think these are like.
Goodness.
The Yeezys were like Kanye's
own shoe.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true. These are Cortezes still.
Right. These are just a collaborative.
Yeah, that's true.
You know who's got some dope the Adidas and Pusha T sneakers? Have you seen those?
I don't think I've seen those.
Those are pretty dope. He's got some new ones called the Bodega Babies.
Yeah,
I think they call them. I think that's what they call. Pretty fire, man.
It's in them Gatorade Jordans or some shit.
No, I didn't see them shits either.
Yeah, like,
I fell out the sneaker game.
Shit, yeah.
Oh, they're orange.
Yeah, they got the orange like the Gatorade, and then I think they had a little green on, but yeah,
right. So
from a distance.
So Kendrick is the next guy to step into sneakers. Mm-hmm. Is there anybody else that you would like to see get a sneaker?
Oh man, yeah. Someone get a sneaker like an artist that's out there.
Yeah, J. Cole.
I don't think we need to get too flooded with too many artists trying to come out with shoes now. It's like, what are they, basketball players?
I mean, in a sense, yeah. It's hip hop.
Yeah, it is.
It's a sport.
It's part of the culture, yeah.
Listen, I seen
a venture into another business.
Yeah, it is. I seen Gary V's. He got some niggas he did with K Swiss.
Yeah.
And they fit him. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like the perfect. It's what I would expect from a Gary V. What I would expect to see with a Gary V sneaker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What was interesting was, cause you know he's like a business guy. He's kind of like a business guru and motivational speaker.
Yeah.
And then the sneaker is, you always start with the first step or something like that. Always start with the first step, I think is what it's called. I don't know. I thought it was like great marketing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the phrase. I can't remember the catchphrase, but it's something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like getting started is the first step. Something like that. You know what I mean? Which I thought was dope for a sneaker. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know that they make a limited supply of these, especially like these collaborative ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's kind of hot right now, so it's gonna sell out.
I was gonna sell out.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you ain't got them, you ain't got them.
The Cortez Kendricks. Is that what they call them?
I don't know what to call it.
Cortez Lamars.
The Cortez Lamar. The Kung Fu Cortezes. Kung Fu Cortezes. Yeah. Give us some kind of fancy name.
Right, man. Shout out. If y'all haven't, man, we're going to try to link the picture up in the show notes. You can see the actual picture of the Cortezes, man.
Shout out actually
pretty fly.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Shout out to Kendrick and shout out to the Nike. Your boy. Is he the best rapper in the game right now, or is he on his way there? He's definitely the best rapper in the game.
He's making a case for it.
Your boy Joyner Lucas.
Yes, Joyner Lucas is.
He's killing the freestyle rap. Well, I don't say not real freestyles, but
but he's killing.
The freestyle,
like the mixtape style type rap where he's on other people's beats. Man.
Let me tell you something. It's his time, man.
I think it is. I think we talked about it when we first heard him. We were like, something serious,
right? You know when the motherfucker is ready when he just goes in on mixtape beats. This is like what Wayne did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Who else did this shit? I think Kendrick did it.
Fucking Royce the 5'9" did it.
Royce.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go back to the mixtape era when they were doing it. Okay? When they were doing it, that was, you knew somebody was, that was like when people were gearing up to like drop some.
Cassidy.
Yeah. Drop some fire shit. You know what I'm saying? And Joyner, he's in that mode right now.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of bringing that back. Like, the hip hop needs that.
Yeah, we do need that
because there's not enough of that happening.
Right,
we get bits and pieces of it every once in a while, where someone does it and we're like, that it takes me back to that. It's like we don't need to be taken back. We need that to just be a part of hip hop always.
Right.
Like, that's something that shouldn't fade away.
Right,
that's something that needs to just be a part of hip hop through every generation. They should embrace that type of part of the culture.
Right,
like the mixtapes, the freestyles, and the mixtapes on other people's beats. With the DJs and shit like that. Showing love to the DJs. But without the DJs, you can still do it.
Right.
And not enough people are doing it. And it's I think some of these artists would get better by doing that.
You think so?
I think they would get better by doing that because it's mastering your craft even more than what you're doing. Like if you're taking it just one album at a time, a mixtape here also, but it's not like, it's almost like another album. It's not really a mixtape. Mixtapes really test you because you're going on someone else's beat that someone made a hit off of.
Right.
So you're kind of trying to top it on your mixtape by making your own version on their shit. So, or even making your own version of their shit, kind of like using their format of their chorus and just putting your own words into it or just using their chorus at times.
Right.
Like, we need more of that.
No, we do. It's definitely that time period where like, I kind of wish Kendrick was doing this. I kind of wish Cole was doing this.
Yeah.
I kind of wish all the like, I guess you would call dope rappers doing this. You know what I'm saying? It makes shit way more interesting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Joyner Lucas, he knows what's up. It's like he's a new guy. He's a little younger than us.
Yeah, he's crossing lines that we don't appreciate. This in the new age. We've talked about that.
Right.
Where it's like, come on, you don't have to do that to get yourself where you need to be. You just need to do you.
Right.
And this was more of an example of that.
So for those of y'all don't know what we're talking about, Joyner Lucas just did a remix to 21 Savage's Bank Account. Right. And yeah, he went in, man. He went in.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, he called out a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Not in a bbad way though.
Nah.
Not in a diss type way. Okay.
What was your take when he did that? Like, what did you take out of that? Like when he, because he was calling out some names, saying like, "Where are you at?" Like, we need you back.
I think he was calling out people that he thought was his favorite rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It felt like it.
It kind of felt like when Kendrick did Control, but nowhere near that same level of how Kendrick did it. Because when Kendrick did it, it was kind of like, it was more like, I respect all of y'all. And I'm not really dissing y'all, but I want you to know I'm coming for your fucking throats.
Yeah.
Whereas Joyner was like, but that was in a good way though. It wasn't like, it was a competitive kind of, you know what I'm saying, thing. What Joyner did was more of like what the fuck happened? Where's my inspiration at?
Yeah.
Y'all were supposed to be,
I need y'all to drop more shit.
Right.
Come back.
This is what makes me, he said what happened to Elzai, and I was like, Elzai's still here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're saying some of the rappers that were still here still also. Like,
he did say a couple rappers.
Yeah. But not the same though. Maybe that's what he means. Like some of those rappers, the older ones that he mentioned, like they're not, the rapper that they were probably when he was getting that inspiration in the 90s, late 90s and shit like that. Or 2000 eras and shit like that, but early 2000. But
see what happened to Joe Budden?
Yeah. All these artists. He was saying he wanted more. He wanted them to come back, like to do something. Yeah. Basically, he's saying he wants more music from them, but on their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like Banks. These are guys that were like spitters, man. They probably inspired Joyner to get to the level that he's at right now, rap wise. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's kind of hard too, like if you're like a rapper like that, because, and just speaking from my point, you know, because we rap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we come from everywhere. Everybody was like trying to take your heads off in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to be the best rapper. So when you
shit talking,
right, when you got everybody trying to be the best rapper, it makes for better rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's probably hard as fuck for somebody like him to get inspiration when you don't really have that many good rappers out there to like make you think about things differently, push the boundaries, you know what I'm saying?
Then you feel
That's
like
what
you need to step your game up. You know, someone says something, you're like, damn, that should go harder.
Damn, that shit was cold as fuck. Like, how can I think of something colder? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's motivation,
right?
You know, inspiration, shit like that.
I low key kind of think that's what happened with Chameleon there. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't inspired by nobody anymore.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. You know, it's when hip hop was kind of fading in a sense, like it wasn't the same.
Right.
So.
I mean, no, man, it was a dope track. I think Joyner is definitely well on his way to, you know. And you were saying that you think he should put out a mixtape. We were saying that.
Yeah, earlier. I was saying like he's doing all these little by little. You know, he's doing it one at a time. He'll come out with a track on someone else's beat, and then all of a sudden he does it again a little while later. And I'm like, just come out with a mixtape. You know,
he can't do it. He can't just come out with a mixtape. I'm gonna tell you why. All right, because this fucking era is so like fucking microwave. You know what I'm saying? That if he comes out with a mixtape today, 4 days from now, nobody's gonna be talking about that shit. They're gonna talk about that shit for the first day or two, and then nobody's gonna talk about it.
That's true, because then something else comes out. Something else comes out, and then they're like, "Oh, this is
this is way more strategic because he's putting out a song."
It's longevity,
like once a week? I feel like he's been doing it, or once every other week or something.
Something like that. It feels like
right. He's like putting out like one, and it like as soon as it dies down, like boom, another one.
Comes
you know what I'm saying? Boom,
so
another one.
He probably has all these ready.
He might do some shit where like he'll take all of them and put them into a mixtape at the end of it all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then maybe throw some more songs on there or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Make it a little more interesting. But right now, I think he's doing it at a good pace.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
On that note, that is a better way to do it.
For the past couple of weeks, he's been like out there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like Joyner Lucas is making his rounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think he's making a good pace. So I've seen the comments say the labels are holding him back. No, they're not. He's doing everything he needs to do right now. He's bubbling. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I kind of agree. Like he's doing it right after he said that, because it's like it's longevity, keeping yourself relevant. Like once, like you said, you fade, you're back on it.
That's what you got to do, man. When you in the rap game now, man, you got to like set everything up and then just like knock them down. You know what I'm saying?
It's saturated with so many artists, so it's like you're gonna
so much music.
Yeah, so much music.
You know how many fucking albums? You know how many fucking albums came out last Friday?
We had no idea what we were gonna review.
Like fucking 12 albums came out. We were like, what the fuck are we gonna review? Shit, we usually try to do 3 every week, but god, dog, everybody came out with a fucking album last week.
Did.
I sent you the fucking text message. I'm like, yo, who the fuck do we choose out of this shit?
When you said what you said, I'm like,
yeah.
I just left it at that.
Yeah. You know.
But
shout out to Joyner Lucas,
man. Hey, the way he's doing it, I fucking love it. He killed that shit. He's like I was saying, he's on his way to being one of the top artists. Right. And we kind of foreseen it. We said that
2018, a year of Joyner.
If he could be, he's kind of. It almost feels like a build up to that because he's been doing it. Mm-hmm. These last few months. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
the Static Selector album, he was on there. My favorite track on the Static Selector album was the Joyner Lucas track.
One,
yeah. To me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but that was for me. You know what I'm saying? Joyner Lucas he might be there. You know what I'm saying? 2018 might be his year.
It might be his year.
Yeah.
He might really set it off and like really take off and kind of push everyone aside.
Right.
I mean, he's being real with what he's saying, too. I mean, he's not holding back. He's saying that we may not like some of the this, but he's also just saying, he's like, I don't like what it's turned into. He's being honest, you know?
No, that's fine.
And he's running with it.
That's fine. He just gotta, if you're watching this, I don't know if you are, if anybody in this camp's watching this, bro, don't don't even worry about everybody else. Just continue doing the shit you doing. Bro.
Yeah.
Just continue doing the shit you doing. I promise you, that shit gonna pop off. It's already popping.
Yeah.
It's already starting to pop off. All right.
Yeah.
So shouts out to
the way
Joyner.
we see it, that it's been starting since we thought it was starting. Like,
right.
when we listened to this album.
Right.
Or that
the mixtape.
The mixtape, yeah.
Shut your lying ass up.
Yeah,
that was the album.
That was an album.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Joyner Lucas, man.
Shout out, man.
Your boys. Plural. They're from a distant, faraway planet. The Neptunes. A.K.A. N.E.R.D. A.K.A. No One Ever Really Dies.
A.K.A. the Neptunians. The Neptunians.
That's right, y'all. N.E.R.D. is back with their new album, No One Ever Really Dies, which is kind of weird because I thought that they had named their album this before in the past, but turns out they haven't. I thought their first album was called No One Ever Really Dies, but it was actually In Search Of. That's when they had Lap Dance. You get this lap dance here for free.
Which is a song that lives forever.
Right.
People always bring it back in some way.
Yeah, you know when that guitar comes in. Yeah, you already know what that is. Yes, so they released a new album, and if you ever listen to N.E.R.D, it's like, you never really know what you're going to get.
They always evolve.
Right.
Always evolve.
Right.
I mean, it's, and kind of dramatically, like almost like, it's a different group every time.
Right.
Like, you don't know what you're going to get. So, I mean, this album was yet again one of those that I was like, what are we going to get?
Right. And there's really no way you can kind of put your finger on it.
I mean, you got Lemon.
Yeah, which was kind of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? That song, and you know what's real crazy, man? Like, these songs upon the first time hearing them, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Not in a bad way, in a good way. Like, yo, what's going on here? But they grow on you. Yeah. And then you're like, wow, this is some amazing shit. I
mean, very great production, you know, like
right.
the way they switch it up.
Right.
I love that whole.
There's definitely a lot going on production wise on here, and it's really hard to like kind of pinpoint it. I know a lot of people are trying to. I guess you'll call it like experimental.
There's multiple heads making a beat, so they all kind of want to get a little input on there, kind of.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of experimental because it's not like what you expect in hip hop necessarily. Like it's not. This
is a hip hop album.
A hip hop beat. I mean, yes and no.
That's the best way to say it. This is yes and no for if this is a hip hop album.
Yeah.
But it's you know, like the 1000 track. The first time I heard it, I was like, "The hell's going on here?" And then it grew on me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Too, yeah.
And that turned out to be like one of my favorite tracks this month. And the Kendrick track is it's a dope ass song, but it's kind of got just a little bit of like a dance vibe to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that song is like, when you really think about it, it's more like about, you know, police and, you know, they're basically telling you, it's definitely a message in that, you know what I'm saying?
But then you get Kendrick again.
Yeah.
With the return of M.I.A.
Right.
I was like, it was good to hear her on there spitting also, and I was like, it's like, where are you at?
Right, right. You know, this album, there's a lot of features on here. There's Wale's on here.
Andre 3000.
Gucci Man is on here.
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Wale.
I said Wale.
We already named the other one.
Right.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah. Who's kind of showing up everywhere in hip hop.
Right.
You said his name right this time. Not Ed Sheeran. But Ed Sheeran's been like, he just keeps popping up and
he does on everything.
The hell, this motherfucker's killing shit. Shouts to Ed Sheeran.
He's killing the features right now.
Right. What was your favorite tracks on this album? Or I guess concept wise. Yeah, because there's a lot of songs on here like the Don't Do It, which was, you know, basically them pleading with people like, listen, the cops are going to do this wild bullshit. So when they tell you put your hands, just don't even do it. Which in a sense is kind of dangerous.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And when you really think about it.
I like that. I like that Kites.
Right.
Stood out with the M.I.A. and the Kendrick.
Right.
I like that. And Secret Life of Tigers went hard.
Right.
I like that. That shit was dope. I mean, I think all of them had something to give. You know what I'm saying? Viola. Is it Viola?
Yeah.
Yeah, Viola. That one was a little different.
Right.
It was like Gucci Mane's part.
Right. That was definitely different. I was like, first of all, I was like, is this Gucci Mane? Yeah, I was just playing it because I had to go back and look like, yeah, that's Gucci Mane. Mm-hmm. That is Gucci Mane. It's definitely different.
Definitely different. And that's what you expect out of a N.E.R.D album. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely, they give you that different shit. And yeah, I mean, they did not let down with that different shit.
Right.
You know, it was cool. I mean, I liked it. I liked the album. It wasn't a bad album at all.
Right.
I enjoyed it. It was kind of vintage, bringing them back. Felt good.
There was definitely a lot of sounds in there where you was like, damn, this sounds like some old Neptune shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Have that in there.
But then there's some shit in there you go, this sounds like some weird new Neptune shit.
Yeah. So, this is what they've been
I'm not really ready for.
This is what they've been working on all these years.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy though? A lot of this sounds, just some of the sounds sound very similar to, if y'all don't know, the Neptunes came back together to do Snoop's album Bush. Yeah. And it was produced entirely by the Neptunes, which that was the first time that I had heard the Neptunes back together, making music together. And I was like, all right, well, if you listen to that album and you like that album, there's a lot of the same kind of sounds, production-wise, happening on there. With the Snoop Dogg album, it's a little bit more, easier to digest. You know what I'm saying? If you
production-wise,
yeah, it's a little bit more, kind of groovy and all that. You know what I'm saying? But the sounds are there. This one is a little bit off the wall,
and a track will become off the wall in the middle of the track and go to like a whole nother beat.
Right.
You know, it's like sometimes an off the wall beat will turn into a dope beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Rihanna one was like all of a sudden Rihanna came in, kind of switched up a little with that beat.
Yeah, it did switch up.
So, and it went to a doper beat, kind of how it had it. And I was like, okay, yeah, this shit go hard. I like that.
Yeah.
So,
all in all, it was a pretty good album, though.
Yeah, it was. Definitely all in all, good album. I liked it.
Right. Mm-hmm. What did you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
I gave this one an 8.
An 8?
Yes.
I can see that.
I wanted to give it 8.5, but I gave it an 8.
You gave it an 8?
Yeah, that was that last pause right there that I was thinking. It was like a quick 8.5, 8, and I was like, I'm gonna give it the 8.
I would give this an 8.5 too, but only because I feel like this album is supposed to be a 10, but I haven't digested it enough yet. You know what I'm saying? There's still like some songs I'm listening to and I'm like, I gotta give that another go round. You know what I'm saying? That's just how
it is. Something you do have to. It's one of those. Another one of those albums you have to hear multiple times to where it might, because those other tracks grew on you. You know,
yeah.
A lot of this may actually start growing on you a little more as you hear it, and it doesn't have that much more to grow. I mean, we already gave it. It's in the 8s, and that's it's not bad. It's a good album. It's definitely worth listening to.
Right, I agree. So if y'all are looking for the Neptunes to kind of touch back on their old sound, but also give you something new, and you want to hear Andre 3000, yeah, this is the album. This is the album where you're gonna hear it. Even Andre 3000's verse was like a little like off the wall. It was just like,
yeah. I can't even remember what he said, but he said some shit that was just like, I was like,
it was dope though.
Yeah,
it was dope as shit though.
The way he put it, because it's the way he put it together. Yeah. Like, but still, like, try have another artist say it the way it'll say it, or they wouldn't be able to put it the way he put it. You know,
features that I wish would have been on this album: Kanye West and Lupe Fiasco. That's it.
That's it.
I don't even want to hear Jay-Z on this. Yeah,
no Jay-Z on a Neptune beat.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would have went and got some of the newer wave a little bit. Just, not like Lil Pump or anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of did with like Kendrick and stuff, but like maybe a Joyner Lucas, or you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, just something a little bit, fresher out there. You know what I'm saying? As far as some of the artists that
on there, something that the younger generation will really stick to and like, oh shit,
right?
That's true.
So, shout out to N.E.R.D.
Yeah. They still got it.
Right, still got it. Your boy.
Yes.
He used to be young.
Yeah.
Now he's old.
He dropped it.
And now he's just Jeezy.
He's just Jeezy.
He was Jeezy before G-Eazy.
Yeah.
Your boy Jeezy has released his new album. What was it called?
Pressure. It's called Pressure.
It is called Pressure. I was about to say Progression. No disrespect to the boy Jeezy.
Yeah, it's Pressure.
The new album Pressure is out. Jeezy's long-awaited album. Is Jeezy's he's a legend in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I would think that a lot of people from the South would probably say that Jeezy's a legend.
Yeah.
It's interesting though to see that at one point Jeezy was over Gucci Mane, and now to see that kind of Gucci Mane influenced like the whole culture. And I say Jeezy didn't, because Jeezy definitely influenced it with the trap sound. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm happy to hear Jeezy back a little bit.
Fuck yeah, I was definitely happy to hear that shit too. Because I mean, what was the last one? I mean, it's been some years.
It's probably been years for you, but he's definitely dropped a couple projects along the way.
But it ain't. It was never the same,
right?
Like, as like his first shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Jeezy, I mean, I was happy to hear him because I mean, shit, it came on and still got it.
So this album, you know, Jeezy. Let's get into the review. So what did you think? I guess more or less, because Jeezy was known back then for having some fire ass beats. What did you think of the beats on his new project?
He had some good ones, but it wasn't like before.
Right.
Like some of the production, I guess maybe some of the producers he worked with before, like he didn't work with them now. I don't know. It's just
Shawty Red is who he used to work with.
Yeah, that's true.
Shawty Red. Before Metro Boomin.
Yeah, it was.
Right. So you weren't feeling a lot of these beats?
Oh, the beats were good. I mean, they were decent. They were good. They just weren't. Could have been better.
Right. I mean, my personal take on some of these beats, the first maybe 4 or 5 tracks,
they were on point.
Yeah. Well, they were okay, but they were kind of, you know, like they were kind of like filler songs to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, the album didn't really start getting better till about the 6th. Probably about a little past the halfway mark, the album started getting better for me, beat wise. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I think he was trying to kind of recreate some of that trap sound with the beats, but
no, the second half of the album,
the first half, he was trying to recreate some of those that sound, and it just wasn't really hitting like, you know, like it was. But as the album progressed, the beat started to get a little bit better to me, in my personal.
Well, it also it's funny. It's like that's when that's when he started getting more features. Like it was kind of like more features in a row right there. Where at the first half of the album, he had some features. Like he had like 3 in a row, but you know he also had the space of just a regular track, just the tracks by himself, and then he had like four tracks with like Kodak Black, YG, Tory Lanez, Rick Ross, Wizkid, Trey Songz, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
So multiple features.
Yeah, multiple features.
Do you think that he had too many features?
Well, no, I don't think he had the right features.
Right.
You know, I heard him on one of the tracks, like, shout out Jody Breeze. I think Jody Breeze should have been on the album.
Side note, Jody Breeze came out with a mixtape probably about a year or 2 ago. Fire.
I bet I always like Jody Breeze.
I liked him too, but you know, he really fits with this kind of new trap sound. He really does this shit well. I guess he just isn't really hot, so nobody's checking for him, whatever. But it was fire.
I bet it was.
So yeah, Jody Breeze in 2017 on trap beats is way better than you think that it would. You're expecting it to sound.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Way better than what you're expecting it to sound.
You telling me that? I'm definitely gonna check that shit. I didn't hear that.
Right,
I haven't heard it, so I'm gonna check that shit out.
Right. He does have a lot of features on here, though.
And at the end, it was like multiple features. Like all the tracks had 2 people on the 2 features. Where the first half, if he had features, it was 1 person.
Well, there was T Grizzly, 2 Chainz,
Payroll Giovanni,
Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy.
Right. You had Kodak Black, YG, like you said, the names you said. For 13 songs, it's a lot of features. Yeah, now, I mean, I know some of these songs aren't actually featured. Like the one with Puff Daddy is just kind of him just talking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one with Trey Songz, he's kind of doing the hook. I mean, Jeezy doesn't sing, so he's got, why not have a singer do the hook? You know what I'm saying? He comes from the era like where we should do that. So, I don't really consider that a feature. I mean, it is a feature, but I don't really consider that a feature. You know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of more of like a
verse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A feature is like someone's getting a 16 on it. You know what I'm saying? Not just a chorus.
Right. Or carrying a song or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some. He's definitely got a nice amount of features on here. The track with Rick Ross was a pretty hot track. I liked Rick Ross's verse on there. I thought he was. The interesting thing about Ross is I feel like Ross has gotten better as time progressed. I don't, from like when he first started, and he seems to just keep on getting better.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he always. It's like he's making the right moves. Like he kind of studies his old albums or whatever, and he just tweaks them to make the next one better.
Right.
And then he does that every time. It's like, okay, so this one we need this maybe, and I missed. I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna do it this time. Yeah, he always does that.
Right.
That's why he has that longevity.
Right.
That's why he's still here.
Right. He's kind of on his way out. He's pretty much on his way out there.
Yeah,
but
he is.
he's still very relevant to an extent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm saying he's still here.
Right.
People know who he is. People know Rick Ross.
Right.
He's still getting the features. He's still here.
Right. He's going to come out that Port of Miami too. But let's get back onto the Jeezy. Speaking of features, first off, I wasn't really feeling the floor seats with 2 Chainz. I wasn't really feeling that track. That's just my personal. I just wasn't really feeling it. But
it's alright.
We're going to get to probably the highlight of this album, which is the American Dream song, which is J. Cole and Kendrick's first time together in a while on the same track.
Yeah.
Kendrick wasn't really rapping as much.
No, he didn't.
And that's because maybe they didn't know what was going on. But J. Cole kind of went in.
Yeah, he did.
To me, my personal
No,
take.
he did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Right.
Yeah, our personal take on that note.
Right.
I was thinking the same. I was like, God damn. And then I was like, damn it. I wanted Kendrick to get that in there also. And I was like, okay, he's not going to do
I bet you Kendrick heard this shit and was like, the fuck, bro? He probably...
after he put... He's like...
Jeezy put it out. He's like,
what
the fuck? You didn't tell me Cole was going to be on here? And then he hears it and he's like, the fuck, man? I
thought it was just me.
I was fucking singing. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah. He's probably a little upset about that, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, he didn't get to showcase his skills.
Maybe you'll get to show him up if you drop the fucking J. Cole and Kendrick collab album. Maybe then we'll get to see. But until then, we're gonna have to go ahead and slide this one over to motherfucking J. Cole. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that shit.
Hands down.
Especially because when J. Cole first came out, I was like on J. Cole, and Kendrick came. I heard Kendrick later after Cole, and I remember going to Lag, and I was like, bro, you gotta check out this Kendrick. This is around the time OD had came out, Overly Dedicated, and I was like, bro, this Kendrick go hard. He's like, he goes hard, and I was like, better than Cole. And he was like, better than Cole. You know what I'm saying? And like I still feel like Kendrick's better than Cole, but in this instance,
Cole showed out.
Cole showed out, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cole definitely took this. If you were to put them against each other because they're on a track together,
right?
Cole took it.
So what do you think of the lyrics as a whole from Jeezy?
It's like, I'll say that Jeezy still got it, but it's just what he has. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he
Explain, my good friend.
I'm saying it's just like, it's the same Jeezy. Like, still like, minus a whole bunch of, ad-libs. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that a lot on this, But I don't know if he, honestly, like, I haven't heard a lot of his last shit, so I don't know if he's done it on a lot of his old shit.
Every so often, like, he'll just, like, slide one in there. Like, once an album now.
Did he even do it on this one?
He might have done it. If you wasn't paying attention, he might have done it.
He may have done it maybe once.
Just real quick in the background, just like real faint.
Yeah, he's like,
it's like, yeah. He said, turn it down.
No. Yeah.
He might have. I gotta listen to it again.
I gotta listen to it because I don't even remember thinking about it. I don't think he did it. But
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Either way, I mean, like I said, it was the same Jeezy where it's like, it's almost like what I expect. It's kind of almost what I wanted, honestly. Right. I didn't want him to try to sound different. I don't know if Jeezy would do well trying to sound different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep up with the times, kind of go with that type of style rap. I think he needs to do what he does, and that's what he did. The
probably interesting thing about that though is when Jeezy came out with Thug Motivation 101, this nigga was like one of the illest niggas of all time.
Yeah.
He's still, like a great. To me, that era of Jeezy was like just fantastic, like fucking great.
Great,
like
it was fucking great.
Fucking beast mode. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing just listen to Hypnotize with some bang in the car. Shit'll blow your fucking mind, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll change your life. All right.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see like him kind of fall back and be, kind of more not as popular. It's interesting to see sometimes to see where people start off and when they're hot and then they kind of slowly fizz out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he's like fizzed out completely. Of course he's not. The song that he's got with Diddy, The Bottles Up, was it's a hot ass song where he's kind of flowing like the Big Timers.
I was about to say that. I was like, wasn't that the Big Timer? Like kind of like it almost reminded me of the Big Timer.
It's
right
from,
how you brought it up.
I think it was from the like. Pipes.
I can't even remember the lyric, man.
I can't remember what the song's called. That song was fire.
Everybody get your roll on.
That's what it is. Get your motherfucking roll on. What?
Everybody get your motherfucking roll on.
Right. Then you have the bleeped out. Everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your motherfucking roll on.
Yeah. They always do that repeat.
Right.
They repeat the thing that said right before.
Before Mike Jones. But like, no, it was a dope track. You know what I'm saying? Just to I kind of wish that Mandy Fresh was on there. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of shouting on the hook or whatever.
Because that was the Manny Fresh style,
right?
Like that was his trademark in a sense.
Yeah,
the way he rapped.
All right. Shout out to Cash Money though.
Shout out to Cash Vintage Cash Money.
Vintage Cash Money. So what do you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give him a scale of 1 to 10. I had to give this one an 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah, I want 8.5 on it.
I gotta say, if you listen to the first half of it, I give the first half like a 6.
Oh shit!
I gotta give the second half like a 8.
So it sums out. So it evens out as a 7.
I'm gonna put this down as a 7.
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a lot of features. Some of the tracks, like I said, it was the tracks in the beginning, like in a major way. It kind of sounds like a very like kind of filler type song or whatever. And I get it. He was kind of going hard and he kind of mellowed out near the end there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really like the hard part. I didn't really like it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like he could have innovated a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I know Jeezy the innovator in Jeezy. I really innovated Jeezy.
And I really wanted more of that valet interlude.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That talking on it. I almost want to bring, because of that, I almost want to bring back down to 8.
Right.
Talking about that, because I almost forgot about that. And talking about that is like, that's worthy of half a level. It brings it to an 8 to me, because that needed to be, I almost forgot about that point, but it needed to be longer, that track. It did not need to be an interlude.
No, it didn't, but,
And he's kind of,
what are we to say?
We were robbed of a full track.
Right. I just gotta say though, shout out to Jeezy, man. He's been doing it for such a long time, man. He's got the deal going with Avion right now, man. So, he's still out here hustling, man, and still getting it, man. Your boy, Fire Marshal Bill. Your boy, Mr. Mathers, aka Slim Shady, is back with his long-awaited album. He has dropped the album in 4 years, I think. Yeah, 4 years.
Long drought for Eminem.
Revival. The revival of M. A lot to talk about with this album. It's even said that it might be his last album.
They said it on the album.
Yeah. He did say it on the album, you're right.
He said it on there.
Which,
He let a lot out.
He did let a lot out.
He spoke, he had words for his ex Kim.
Right.
He had words for Haley, his daughter, for everyone.
Right.
I mean, he aired out a lot and talked about his past, shit that he did. I mean, he kind of didn't hold back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it came to, I mean, politically, obviously we were going to get that. We all knew we were going to get that.
Right.
And I mean, he didn't hold back. He just said what he said. He had his, he was able to I mean, the bars, the wordplay. I mean, a lot of shit. It's an album you have to listen to multiple times if you want to catch some of the shit he was saying. Because I was catching some of the shit, luckily, on sometimes. So I'm thinking like, damn, that could have went over my head.
Right.
And he had a lot of that in there, and just like the wordplay. I mean, there was a lot of also, the way he was spitting on that freestyle.
Right.
About Trump and shit. He was actually, he had songs where he was spitting like that.
Right, right.
And it's like, I kind of wasn't feeling that for an album.
Right.
I'm like, for the freestyle, the way he was doing it, yeah, but the track, nah. He made it work, but it's just, I wasn't feeling it.
Wasn't feeling it?
Yeah, not that part. Like, it was like, when I say he made it work, it's like, because the spitting slower and then kind of stop and then keep going and then stop and then keep. You got to catch it right on the beat, and he did that,
Right.
So he did spit it right, but I think he could have kept that for freestyle instances. It's like you kind of, and maybe he was freestyling. That's the thing.
Yeah, he could have been.
He could have been freestyling.
Could have been.
So I mean, if he was doing that, then should I take back what I said?
No, I think he was definitely writing his lyrics down. I think he was definitely, trying to convey messages throughout everything.
No.
For me personally, for those of y'all that were like looking at his features and was like, I know what this is going to sound like. It sounds exactly like what you thought it was going to sound like. You know what I'm saying? It sounds exactly like that.
Commercial.
Yeah, it's commercial. I mean, the track "Believe" where he comes in and he's, kind of letting everybody know like I am, Marshall Mathers. Do you still believe in me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought that was a decent track. It could have been, executed a little bit better. But I like some of the lyrics in there. There are some lyrics in there that also are kind of corny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Some of his punchlines were a little like, come on, M. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just some of the metaphors and stuff. Then there were other times where I would hear his wordplay and I'm like, yo, that's just amazing wordplay here.
Yeah, there's some amazing wordplay.
This track, Chloroseptic, with, I guess you would call the only rapper on the album, where he's kind of working on the hook. What did you think about Eminem kind of doing? He was kind of doing the new style flow a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He was, yeah. And I think he made it sound, he did it better than them? Than they did. Yeah.
I actually didn't like that, man. I was just like, all right, man, you gotta fall back.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he needs to do that.
Right.
No, but I think he did it better than them.
Right.
Like, maybe they can take a page out of that, but Eminem doesn't need to do that, because that ain't his, it's not Eminem.
No, it's not, man.
It's reaching to just, I don't know if he's trying to grasp the youth.
Right. I don't really know what he was really trying to grasp with this whole album, to be totally honest with you. There's some songs out here that are pretty good, and then there's, some of these kind of commercial sounding songs, which the lyrics for the most part aren't bad. They're pretty tip top.
Yeah.
But just to me, sonically, like, I don't know, man. They're kind of like The Way You Lie, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's, that's what a lot of this album sounds like. The Way You Lie isn't like a bad song per se, but it's not great. It's not legendary. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't something to go out on. Right. Like, if this is your last album, it's like, come on.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
it's like he held back some, and maybe it's not held back some. Maybe that's just what he has, and he just ain't. That's just tip top now.
Right. I mean, there's songs on here that where it's like Bad Husband, for example. Like I said, the lyrics aren't bad. They're dope, but I don't know if I want to hear this. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a good concept and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But and maybe Eminem's he's older. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just want something different from Eminem. I don't know I kind of got what I was expecting when I was looking at these features, but I wasn't really feeling this as a whole. There's some, like the track with Pink, or like the Nowhere Fast, or the Tragic Endings, or the Bad Husband, or the one with Alicia Keys, and I was just like, oh man, this.
Well, we talked about this when we were at one point where it's like we think we need Eminem back on drugs.
Listen, this sucks, but. Gosh damn, Shroomed Out and Slim Shady. This is not. You're not gonna get that.
Yeah, that's not what you're gonna get. We talked about it at one point when we were actually making predictions and kind of like talking about what he needs and then once we saw the track list, some of these songs don't even really sound like complete. Like even the Believe track, which is a track that I kind of like, it doesn't sound like it's complete. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds like I don't know. It just didn't sound sonically complete. It just they kind of run together too,
right?
Right. Everything kind of. Some of the tracks kind of started in the last song, and then went to the next kind of. So, I kind of like how he did that because that's old school. That's like, you don't hear that a lot where they're like actually kind of fading in, and it's just like actually one giant track, pretty much.
Right. That's what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
You know what though? I really honestly believe that. There needs to be. There's like hard. I don't think there's any track produced by Dr. Dre on here.
Yeah, that,
you know what I'm saying?
That was.
What the fuck is up with that?
That's not right.
That's not right.
That's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right at all.
Not right. Wow. No Dr. Dre.
Like, yeah, no. Have Dr. Dre in your Eminem. It's like, what the fuck happened? It's like. What happened to You Need a Doctor? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't like that song either, man.
No, but you still. What I'm saying is like, at the whole point of what I'm saying is like,
because you need a doctor to fix you.
He's like, yeah, well, he needs a doctor. He needs Dr. Dre, and it's like to not have him at all.
Yeah, like
that does like it takes away.
Yeah, it really does, man.
From Eminem, like just like you need Dr. Dre. Like, in these days, I think Dr. Dre needs Eminem.
Yeah, what the fuck is Dr. Dre not?
Hand in hand.
Because I'm saying, but Dr. Dre's like, he's still working every day. Where is this Dr. Dre? Where is this all these beats?
He wasn't on Eminem's?
Not one track. There's the Remind Me intro, which is, it says it has him down as producer credit, but other than that, where is Dr. Dre at?
Yeah, you would think he'd be all over it.
Are they beefing?
Even featured, a track with Dr. Dre.
Just talking some shit in the background?
Yeah.
You ever heard the song on Encore where they're talking about, it's the song, I forget what the song is called, but, he's rhyming on it and he's like, now in the Bible it says, thou shalt not watch lesbians in bed, have homosexual sex. That song.
Yeah.
But there's a part where he was like, let's ask Dr. Dre, I got a question if I may. And you hear Dre in the back, he's like, yeah, what's up? Like, he's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there no Dr. Dre on here? Like,
a guilty conscience or some shit.
All right. I think this is more of like a, I don't know how much of this is Eminem's doing or if there was somebody else kind of saying, hey, let's do this and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there was
a lot of political force behind it too. Like,
right. I don't know, man.
Really the Eminem I really wanted.
Yeah, I mean, but you liked the album,
though. He had witty, because he had some good witty bars.
Right.
I liked it, but it wasn't. Still wasn't the Eminem we wanted.
Right.
Like that I wanted. I mean, it was decent, but it was definitely commercialized. Like it was. I mean, yeah, not decent. It was good, but it was It was definitely a lot of commercial shit in there, and then it just. There were, like you said, like some of his fillers, like the punchlines, some of his punchlines and what he says. I can't even think of any.
I mean, he may not be.
He wasn't just.
Yeah, he may not be inspired anymore. You know what I'm saying? He loses at some of his rhymes. He'll say, you know, like he was talking about like when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? How he was killing shit pretty much, and how you know. It's hard to continuously be killing shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Which I believe that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
When you get to a certain point, it's like, where do you go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
to me, it started off a little more strong, like with the way he was going, and then it was kind of like up and down,
right?
Like, because then he'd go in, and then he'd go in on a track, but then he kind of fall back with something he says, and it's kind of like,
it's just a little weird line or something.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
but then I mean, you also can think of that like that's Eminem. I mean, he always says crazy or just weird things, but Eminem kind of at some point evolved away from that and kind of hit like a high point, his peak, like greatness, and it's like that's what he needed to stick with.
Where was his
like,
peak at though? It's got to be that G Unit era because he was going fucking hard, like the mid 2000s. He was going fucking hard, bruh. He was going hard.
He was going hard right there.
Yeah. That's got to be like
the peak
when Obi Trice was. Yeah,
that was
that was probably peak Eminem to me. In a sense.
Possibility, arguable. I mean, there's people who will feel otherwise, but yeah.
I don't think he should go out with this album though. This is the last album. I really don't think he should.
I don't think he should go out with this album.
No.
I had a lot more high hopes.
Don't let us rock with this out here like this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go back in and do it and have a do over. You know what I'm saying?
And you need Dr. Dre.
Yeah, you gotta get Dr. Dre.
Like,
if you're gonna get on some trap beats, you might as well just get motherfucking Metro Boomin and Travis Scott, okay? Because you kind of went a little trap in the beginning there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the more harder, kind of bouncy type beats, which is fine. It's cool. I'm not knocking that, but
his wordplay, like the beginning, when he was just going in, was
he's got some dope wordplay in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. There's still nice ass Eminem wordplay in there.
Okay,
but
all in all, just it goes from that to then all of a sudden, this line or these few bars were like, what the hell?
I'm trying to think.
Then it goes back in and it's like, there you are, and then it's like,
is this his worst album?
Worst album? Oh man!
If not, give me another one that's worse.
See, that's a good question when you put it like that.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
When you put it like that, it's like, wow, I didn't even think of that that. Think of it like that, like, man. It could be. I mean, like, because it's just not the Eminem. Like you said, it feels like someone's behind.
I mean, the Marshall Mathers LP2 was okay. It was the recovery was better. You know what I'm saying?
It may not be the worst.
No.
It may not be the worst. There's actually a few that I can't even remember which ones, but there's ones where I just was really, like, I was like, no Eminem.
Right.
I didn't even feel those albums. Like as whole albums. There was tracks that were like, cool, but at the same time, they're just alright. They weren't that great to me.
Right.
There was a part where, that point where Eminem fell off to me. And it almost felt like that's when he was not inspired. So, it seems like it could be now that he's not as inspired as well now also, but it's not a worst album. I can say that.
Right.
Personally, it's not his worst album. I'm not going to tell you which one is the worst because I can't even think of the ones off the top.
I would say this is up there with the worst.
Oh yeah, it's not the worst, but it's probably.
I don't know if this is the worst. Some people look at Encore as a bad album. Some people
that might be.
Some people that see Relapse as a bad album. Some people see pretty much everything from Encore out is either one of those could be bad albums, or all of them could be bad albums. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's the point. Yeah. That's probably around the point where I was.
This is high up there. This might be to me the worst album from Eminem. Yeah, just what he was going for. Well, let's get to the rate. What you get this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah,
give it a 7.
You give it a 7.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I was expecting you to give it a little bit higher.
No, because it's not like we discussed it. It's like we want mushroom popping Eminem. Like that's the Eminem that really kind of made a big impact.
Right.
More of an impact. Where I see what kind of impact he's trying to make here, and I guess he's also trying to make amends with a lot of the shit he's done.
Of course, yeah.
With this album, but I mean, it goes hand in hand with revival, like kind of a new Eminem in a sense. But if that's it,
right.
Then this is probably the Eminem we're gonna get.
Right.
We will not get the old Eminem. This is gonna be it.
I gotta give this one a 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, I give this one a 5.5. The lyrics, there's some strong lyrics on here. There's also some weak lyrics, which I kind of expected a little bit more from.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And then some of the beats, and then some of these songs were a little too commercial for me. Like I found it kind of a chore to listen to some. Like I said, the lyrics and stuff aren't bad, but like just the kind of the song and hearing somebody come in and singing, the way that they always do on these tracks, I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to hear a better Eminem album, but that's what I give him, a 5.5. Yeah. Don't go out like this, and don't go out like this, man.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, don't go out like that. Right. I don't even want to give you a 7 on your last one. Like, come on. It's like, and that's what I get. Like, I had higher hopes for this. Like, and at the beginning, I was really like, I liked it, and then it wasn't holding up to like it was like almost more wishful, like wishful hope that he was gonna deliver, and it kind of just as it kept going, it's like it's not happening. It's not happening. It's too commercial, but like his bars were there, but then that time,
right. Well,
Eminem, do better, man.
Yeah, we'll expect more from you, man.
Do another one,
right? We are at the end of the podcast, everybody. We appreciate everybody that's been tuned in. If you're watching us on YouTube, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
We'll put a couple videos up. We might not put everyone up. We did a couple little clips here, so
yeah.
We had some struggles.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
The first go around. So.
We're all by ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, who's the cameraman?
Todd fucking up. Next time Todd fucks up, I'm gonna fucking beat his ass.
We're putting him in camera school,
right?
Cameraman school.
Yeah, it's called YouTube. If you're listening for the first time and you made it to the end of the podcast, we appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, iTunes, Google Play. Subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud. All the links are in the show notes. Make sure you hit the notifications on YouTube. And definitely comment and let us know what you think.
Talk to us, and we appreciate all y'all trillions.
Yes, sir,
Certified trillions.
That's right. And next week is going to be Christmas. So the next time you hear this, it'll be the day after Christmas. So,
oh shit,
that's right. So, Merry Christmas beforehand.
You filthy animals.
Right, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Yeah. And we're gonna be about this thing. No, I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about
deuces.
Smoke some Christmas trees, bitch.
Thanks for listening to the Truth Be Told podcast. Be sure to subscribe and log on to Trillmatic.com for the latest in underground music, film, fashion, and more.